Hi, I'm Dani Gasparini, and welcome to this very special segment of Penn Voice. I am joined today by Gina Reidy and Eric Tomita.
Yeah.
Gina, by day, is the San Carlos Learning Center teacher, and by night and by global acclaim is now a gold medal winner with the Special Olympics Winter Games in the dance competition. And Eric was also a gold medal winner in the Special Olympics World Winter Games and the dance, and part of the dance crew team, and representing Kainos Home and Training Center.
Yeah.
So, Gina, we had the pleasure of interviewing some of the instructors and participants prior to going to Austria to compete in the Special Olympics. Probably not thinking we're coming home with the gold medal, and Kainos has now come home with the gold medal. What was that like for you?
We had no expectation, Dani, for what was going to happen in Graz when we got there. We just brought our team, and we practiced and we rehearsed and danced. And so when we didn't know until the very last second that we had won anything, it was a big surprise and a great honor.
Well, we talked about, by day you are a teacher with the San Carlos Learning Center.
Right, San Carlos Charter Learning Center.
Thank you, San Carlos Charter Learning Center. What made you want to volunteer to be part of this dance crew that was heading over to Austria for a first time ever dance competition in the Special Olympics?
Well, in addition to being a teacher, I've had some other experience with dance, and I've danced since I was a small person, and I love to integrate dance into my teaching. So each and every year I teach my students a full-on production number. And when Andy approached me and said, hey, what do you think of this idea of joining our team of developmentally disabled adults, and as they called us at the time, neurotypical adults, in a group that's learning a dance to try and take it to Austria, I was completely, hands down, jumped right in. I didn't exactly understand what I was getting into. I just knew that there were rehearsals every Wednesday and every Saturday, and from that point of when I joined, it was just an amazing experience right from the get-go.
And Eric, I know you and I had a conversation about a month ago before you went to the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
We know dance is a pretty important part of your life.
Yeah.
Are you still dancing, even though now you're a gold medal winner?
Uh-huh.
And,
yeah.
And have you now taken the performance and shown others what dance means to you and how important dance is to your daily life?
I was 7.
You've been dancing since you've been 7.
Yeah.
And obviously, by the smile on your face, dance brings such joy to your life and is something that you probably do every day.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that when Eric was preparing the day of the competition, he went into his own mind and his own zone, and he really worked on the thought process and the moves in his head before we performed. It was like a professional, like professionals that I've seen.
Would prepare. And Eric, you have a solo in the dance. So there is a moment where you are the only person in the dance crew that is dancing. You have sort of everyone behind you. What was that like, performing in front of thousands of people, not to mention how many were watching on TV?
Because sometimes it's make me happy.
It made you happy. It would have made me nervous, but it made you more happy to be able to share your joy and your dance with all these people.
Yeah.
He was not nervous.
I mean, you could tell that they were going to bring home the gold just with that, right? I mean, But obviously you did because you worked hard and you had a great routine and you brought all of the spirit that dance comes with to this competition. I mean, what was it like to enter this world platform, never have competed, Kainos has never competed in this, nor has this segment ever been in the Special Olympics. I mean, what was that like?
It was a journey, and I feel like the journey just built upon itself. There was a process of actually just getting to know each other, and then there was a process of learning to trust each other as human beings and as dancers, and there were some bumps in the road as we were preparing, and I have been involved with my own children and myself in a lot of dance experiences, and it mirrored those experiences. The trials and the triumphs as we went along. And I think we came together as a group of humans supporting one another,
Right.
being nervous, being excited. Waiting backstage was just an incredible feeling to finally have reached that point where, well, no matter what happens, we're going out there and
Right.
we're giving them our performance.
Right.
And that evening, when we stepped on the stage, the performance just took on a life of its own. The theater was filled to capacity, and there was just an electricity in the air.
Tell us a little bit about the theater itself. It's a historic theater in Graz, Austria, and
We danced in the Orpheum, right, Eric? We
Yeah.
danced in the Orpheum, Graz, which is an historic theater. It seated about 2,000 people. It was very ornate with balconies, and from what I can remember, because you sort of go blank when you get out there, and let your body take over.
right.
But the people were clapping and cheering and yelling from the second we got started. I really feel like the music choice, Lift Me Up, gave that spirit out to the audience, and people were just on their feet. And the dancers were doing things that hadn't been practiced
Right.
before. It was at a heightened
Right,
experience.
just organic, and everyone just let their personalities and their joy shine through, which is what dance is supposed to be.
And Eric especially came to life in his solo in ways that he hadn't done before. I think the energy of the audience and the music and the atmosphere just gave him courage to step out of the box and really give it his all. Didn't you, Eric?
Yes.
I understand that you were also the motivator for a lot of the audiences during the closing ceremonies to really get engaged with the closing ceremonies overall for the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
And that you were really the one out there getting everybody energized and in it. And people were saying, who is that over there? And everyone was claiming, that's Eric Tomita from Kainos Home and Training Center in Little Redwood City, California.
Right
Yeah,
next to Louis von
that's it.
Amstel. Right? You were right next to Louis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He brought you up there because he knew you had the moves and you had the energy
Yeah.
and you had the spirit.
So Eric, are you going to compete again in the Special Olympics?
I think, yes.
Yes, I think that's a for sure yes, huh?
Yeah.
Well, and I know that the Special Olympics is actually considering whether or not the dance competitions, whether they're soloists, couples, or dance teams, or the crew teams, will be an official competition in the future. But I have a feeling that with the performances that were brought, they couldn't do anything but accept this as a new
That's what
official
we're
part of
hoping.
the Special Olympics.
That's what we're hoping. We feel like we brought it our all.
Agreed. And we're going to place a link at the end of this segment so that all of our viewers can watch the performance and see some of the clips from Eric and the rest of the dance crew competing in
That's great.
Austria. Well, Gina, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this and being
Thank
part
you.
of Kainos and all that they bring to us in this community. And of course, Eric, your joy and your love and your passion for dance, it inspires all of us.
Oh, thank you.
So I look forward to seeing you on the video.
Thank you
And we'll
very
see
much,
all of you
Dani.
next time on Penn Voice.